Hellboy, the Crooked Man. I did not see this coming. I thought we were still recovering from David Harbour's Hellboy.
I first
flop.
heard about it tonight when you're like, have you seen the trailer for Hellboy?
Shit,
the Crooked Man? I was
really?
like, I don't even know what this... I saw... Here's the thing. I saw that picture, like a still picture of Hellboy, and I was like, I just chalked it up to like bad AI. And so like I didn't even pay any attention to it.
Well,
so much pop culture news now that hits my Facebook feed is just stupid AI bullshit that's not real. So I need like different sources to corroborate it before I'll even pay attention to it.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I just kept on going because I was like, oh, that looks like shit. And,
I get it.
And then you were like, oh, and I was like, oh, that's a thing.
Yeah.
All right.
It is a thing. And I didn't know it was real at first. Like I question everything pretty much anymore, just learning from, past experiences. But yeah, I was like, is this true? And I was like, oh shit, it is.
The trailer gives off the vibe. I mean, it's definitely like more horror oriented.
I think that's got something
which is cool.
going for it. Yeah.
It's less fantastical, which is kind of too bad because I thought that Del Toro did a really good job of infusing the horror elements, the fantastical elements, the comic book elements.
Yeah.
Almost seamlessly.
Yeah.
Especially in the first one. And then the Harbour one was just kind of a mess. I mean, it was like the fucking Jonah Hex Hellboy.
Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. I did not see that in theaters, and it looked great until it came out, and I heard a lot of bad things about it. And of course, I'm like, I'm not spending my money on that.
I didn't spend money on it. I think I saw it.
Yeah.
Streaming somewhere, or I know I did not pay to see that movie, and I'm glad I didn't because I barely finished it.
I did start it on streaming. I did not finish it. It just was like a poor attempt to remake what was already made. We already saw this origin story. I mean, the cast was kind of cool. Ian McShane as the dad, like that's fine. But I did like what's his face from the original Hellboy,
Doug Jones.
No, who played the father.
Oh.
He's no longer with us.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Why does it do this every time I'm recording? I always forget people's names. I'm on the spot, that's why. But yeah, this is Hellboy is played by Jack Casey. He was in Baywatch, the 2017 film, Death Wish, the 2018 film. So he's just kind of a low-rate actor. No offense. He's going to be on the show next week. No, but, it's like they definitely cut the budget for this sucker. And I did look up the budgets from the other films. And what sucks is, I was talking to you before we recorded, Del Toro wanted to make Hellboy 3. And the studio wouldn't give him the money.
Is it just because the Golden Army didn't do as well as they
actually, according to this, Golden Army did pretty well. Okay, here it is. Hellboy, the first Hellboy, back in 2004, budget was $66 million, and it grossed 100.
All right.
Hellboy 2, which off that we're lucky we got it too, because they do marketing too, and that's over the budget.
They probably were closer to breaking even than anything else on that first one.
Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, it came out in 2008. $85 million was the budget, so a little higher budget, and it made $168 million.
So it made more money than the first one.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And yeah, I think it was more commercially received better, I think, than the first one. And then Hellboy 2019 had a $50 million budget, so it's already lower than the first one, which definitely shows.
What did that one make?
$55 million.
So that one lost money. I mean, when you take into account marketing,
yes,
and all that, it probably did not make money.
Right. And then this one, Hellboy the Crooked Man, $25 million is the budget.
I mean, this is almost like an indie film. I mean, it's an indie film.
And
because I mean,
it might be more of a character study, type of. That's all they've really got. The fantastical is kind of out.
And this is just me, spitballing. It could be someone's passion project. Whoever made this movie,
it's kind of glorified.
Really
fan
loves
film.
Hellboy. He gets his investors together. Yeah, it is fan film, and I don't mean that derogatorily, but it is probably a fan film.
Yeah,
and that can be a really good thing because there's some really good fan films out there, or films made by fans that are really good.
Yeah. This is directed by Brian Taylor. He did Crank 2.
Oh, he did Ghost Rider.
Did he do
Spirits of Vengeance?
Okay, I thought he did too, but
he did Ghost Rider.
It didn't
Spirits
show
of
on
Vengeance.
IMDb. So yeah, I do. I remember the camera work they did for that one. That's what brought me to see that piece of shit,
dude. I love that movie, and I like the Crank movies. They're fun.
Yeah, they are.
This looks a lot different though. Just from the trailer, it looks very different from those other things
that he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, probably because of the budget. Maybe. Well, Crank couldn't be that expensive to make.
No, but I just mean like. Even like stylistically,
it
looks very different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm actually more now that I've learned that I'm a little more interested in it.
Well, maybe he had to be more adaptive because of the budget of the film, or who knows? I don't know. But like, yeah, seeing that first image, definitely you could tell. Like, yeah, the makeup's not the greatest. It kind of looks like a dude who just has like a forehead.
Dude, I dressed up as Hellboy for Halloween once, and I looked better than that.
Yeah. But after seeing the trailer, I'm like, yeah, it's dark and it looks kind of scary. It could be scary. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It sucks. Yeah, like I said, Del Toro years ago was going to make 3, and it was going to be very epic because, you know, she was pregnant at the end of 2, and Del Toro wanted like over 100 million, I think, to make it. And they said no. Yeah. So they've now spent like 75 million, not including marketing. So they could have just gave Del Toro
just on the last 2 movies that they've made.
And ownership has moved over from, it was Legendary and now it's Millennium, I think, that owns it. So Legendary is the one that denied the money.
One of the nice things about doing it this way, when you've got a $25 million budget versus a $100 million budget, is you have the ability, you know, your break even is a lot less, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This could be a sleeper hit.
It's like Blumhouse.
Yeah,
you know, they make it cheap
or an A2 film. I mean,
yeah,
and this thing could come out and make. I don't see it's going to do it, but it could come out and make 75.
It might surprise us. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, who knows?
It might surprise us. Yeah, I don't know if I'll see it in the theater. I don't. You know, I didn't even look up to see if it is in theaters.
I would say that's another question too. Is what's the distribution look like?
I don't know. It's the same distributor that did the last one, so. I don't know. If it is coming out, it's not going to be on a lot of screens.
No, and it'll probably be in the theater for a week or 2. So if you don't catch it in the first couple of weeks, you're out.
Right.
I mean, that's sadly, that's just the case with most movies these days.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised. You know, I saw Bad Boys last night in the theater.
Yeah.
And it's clearly coming towards its end.
Yeah.
Because there was like 2 showings yesterday.
Yeah.
There's like 1 on Sunday. At my local theater.
It's been out about a month, I think.
That's the thing is it's got legs. It's been making money, and so it's been going.
Yeah, so. August 30th. This is
the release date of Hellboy.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll be our correspondent. We'll send you.
I'll